The 2026 Lexus LS500 represents a bold step forward in luxury and innovation for the Japanese automaker. Since its introduction in 1989, the LS line has stood as a symbol of quiet excellence, understated luxury, and relentless refinement. Now, Lexus has taken everything that defined the flagship sedan and evolved it further for a new generation of premium car buyers. In a world increasingly dominated by crossovers and EVs, the LS500 proves there is still room and demand for a full-size luxury sedan when done right. Let's start with the design. The exterior of the 2026 Lexus LS500 is a subtle evolution of its predecessor's sharp aesthetic, but with a few key changes that elevate its presence. The signature spindle grille has been reimagined. It's now more streamlined, with a new mesh pattern that reflects the car's more cohesive design language. The headlights are slimmer, integrating triple beam LED technology that now adapts better to curves and elevation changes. Lexus has moved toward a more minimalist front fascia, with fewer unnecessary creases and a greater emphasis on flowing surfaces. The result is a look that's both modern and classically elegant. Along the sides, the LS500 keeps its long, stretched silhouette. The beltline remains high, while the proportions reflect its rear-wheel drive layout. What's new is the detail work: flush door handles, new chrome accents, and redesigned 20-inch wheels that come standard. A new paint color called titanium cloud joins the palette, adding a smoky elegance to the LS's visual presence. Around back, the taillights have a new light bar style signature, adding a futuristic flair that ties it closer to the electrified Lexus models. Step inside, and it becomes clear that Lexus has doubled down on craftsmanship and technology. The cabin of the 2026 LS500 blends traditional Japanese design elements with cutting-edge materials. The use of Kiriko glass and hand-pleated door trim is back, but now there's also a new option for sustainable leather alternatives that retain the luxurious touch without the environmental impact. The Takumi craftsmanship is evident in every surface from the dash to the door cards. Attention to detail is paramount. Front and center is a new 14.5-inch LED touchscreen, replacing the older infotainment setup. Lexus has finally moved away from the touchpad controller, opting for a cleaner and more intuitive interface. The software is faster, more customizable, and now supports over-the-air updates. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, along with a 23-speaker Mark Levinson Quantum Logic surround sound system that transforms the cabin into a concert hall. The digital instrument cluster has been redesigned as well, now fully configurable with themes that match the drive mode. A new augmented reality head-up display projects critical information like navigation and speed onto the windshield in crisp detail. In the rear, the LS remains one of the most comfortable sedans on the market. The executive package offers reclining seats with a built-in massager, rear seat entertainment, and a new climate concierge system that monitors temperature, humidity, and even sunlight to automatically adjust conditions for each passenger. Under the hood, the 2026 LS500 retains the 3.5-litre twin-turbocharged V6 engine, but with some significant refinements. Lexus engineers have improved thermal efficiency and retuned the turbos for smoother, more linear acceleration. The result is 421 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque, sent through a 10-speed automatic transmission. The 0 to 60 sprint is down to just 4.6 seconds, making this the fastest LS500 yet, but you'd barely notice from inside the cabin. Engine noise is virtually absent thanks to active noise cancellation and improved insulation. There's also a hybrid version, the LS500 Hours, which combines the V6 with a refined lithium-ion battery and electric motor system for improved efficiency. the hybrid now gets an estimated 31 miles per gallon combined, which is a notable improvement over the outgoing model. More importantly, Lexus has worked on the transition between gas and electric power, making it smoother and less perceptible to the driver. Whether you're stuck in traffic or cruising on the highway, the hybrid experience is almost seamless. The chassis has also seen meaningful changes. Lexus has revised the suspension system with lighter components and improved adaptive dampers. Road feel is better, though still oriented toward comfort rather than sharpness. In Sport Plus mode, body roll is controlled and steering weight increases, but the LS remains a cruiser at heart. A new feature for 2026 is Lexus Driving Signature, a suite of enhancements that aim to create a more connected, balanced, and natural driving experience across all models, and in the LS500, it adds a welcome degree of responsiveness. Safety remains a strong suit. Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0 comes standard, offering everything from adaptive cruise control with curve speed management to proactive driving assist, which gently adjusts steering and braking based on real-time conditions. A new predictive pedestrian detection system uses AI to better anticipate movements and alert the driver sooner. Highway teammate Lexus's semi-autonomous system has also been updated, allowing for hands-free driving in certain conditions, lane changes, and exit guidance. In terms of pricing, the 2026 Lexus LS500 starts at around $83,000 for the base model, while the LS500 Hours Hybrid begins at just under $90,000. Fully loaded models with all luxury and tech packages can climb past $110,000, placing it squarely against rivals like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, BMW 7 Series, and Genesis G90. However, Lexus continues to undercut the Germans slightly while offering similar and in some cases better reliability and ownership experience. Speaking of ownership, Lexus has expanded its Inform suite to include more remote services, concierge access, and even integration with smart home devices. Need your car pre-cooled before you leave the office? Just tell your virtual assistant. The Lexus app now includes diagnostic tools, digital key access, and a community tab where owners can connect and share tips. But perhaps the biggest story here is how Lexus is positioning the LS in a changing world. With Fs like the Lexus LS on the horizon, the LS500 could be one of the last traditional flagship sedans with a combustion engine from the brand. Lexus has confirmed that the next LS could be fully electric, possibly even featuring solid-state battery technology by the early 2030s. Until then, the 2026 LS500 feels like the ultimate evolution of the luxury sedan as we've come to know it: quiet, smooth, opulent, and technologically advanced. It's also worth noting how Lexus balances tradition and innovation. While some brands have completely abandoned analog touches, the LS still offers real buttons for essential functions, physical volume knobs, and tactile materials. There's a sense of warmth and human touch inside the LS that many competitors miss in their pursuit of digital minimalism. That's not to say Lexus isn't moving forward, it absolutely is, but it does so with intention. Another interesting element is the sustainability push. Lexus has introduced a new bio-based interior trim option, using eco-friendly materials that reduce carbon output during production. They're also offering new factory options for carbon-neutral builds, as part of Toyota's global Beyond Zero strategy. It's clear the brand is investing in more responsible luxury, without compromising on feel or performance. When it comes to comfort, few vehicles can match the serenity of the LS. Whether you're a driver or a passenger, the 2026 model delivers an experience that feels more like flying first class than driving. It's quiet, smooth, and isolates you from the chaos of the outside world. Yet when you need power, the twin-turbo V6 responds immediately, delivering thrust with grace rather than brute force. So, who is the 2026 Lexus LS500 for? It's for the executive who values discretion over flash. For the driver who appreciates craftsmanship over speed. For the family that wants space, safety, and serene travel. And for the enthusiast who still believes in the emotional connection between man and machine even in a world increasingly defined by automation and electrification. Lexus hasn't reinvented the LS, but it didn't need to. What it has done is refine, reimagine, and reassert the flagship sedan's place in the modern era. It's not the flashiest car in its class, but that's never been the LS's goal. Instead, it excels quietly, delivering excellence in a way that's thoughtful, deliberate, and deeply satisfying. In a time when luxury often equates to boldness, the 2026 Lexus LS500 makes a compelling argument for balance, for grace, and for the kind of luxury that doesn't need to shout to be heard.